was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Let's go, AT Gator. Hey, it's coming up.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Blue draw Porter.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, orbit. Get it.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
You ready?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here we go. 90, Wolf.
53, Mike, 53. Time to go, night. 36.
Under 10, 10. 61, matchbox.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 36-yard line.
Ready.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
We ain't giving up nothing. Let's go. Topper.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Ready.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Left. Hey, Alpha.
Mike, 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because the pressure gets to him again. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Mike, 51. He's coming.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 53, Mike. No gain on this defense, no gain.
Now Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson underneath here to Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Jackson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
Number 53, Mike 53. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Jackson. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And it's third down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Jackson will throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, echo. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Ready? Big grip.
Back to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
one hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They go play action now. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, and it's Hill again. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, touchdown number 18 on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 50, check 50.
2nd and 6. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Go.
53 is mine.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
First down, Baltimore.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 51.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Noah Brown. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, 53, check 53. You must be getting tired of being
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check four, check four. Okay.
Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And Jackson throwing once more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. We'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Check 24, check 24.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Check 53, here we go.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. They complete it to Hill. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin with touchdown number 12 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Browns drive about to get started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
53, Mike. Wild Bill. Hatchet.
Protein spill.
The run for Nick Chubb. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Ready. Check. 53 is Mike. Watch one. 53 is the Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Jackson on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he will find Hurst in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Hayden Hurst, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it. It's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go up one-handed. But, boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab. They're going to try and throw. And Wilson has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe he starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy is on fire.
That's out to Chubb, complete. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Watch the run. Mike 22, Mike 22.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Tennessee. And the Titans have just scored, so they add on to their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. They're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and the Ravens have got it.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now here's a screen play left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard. Line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a 2nd and 7. And a completion to Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Five.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Not here. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Smooth.
I think you got it, son. Check. 53.
Now.
2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Ready.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check that guy. Single.
Hey, wahoo!
Back to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. that he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And the Browns first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Set 90 Wolf.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
60 Pittsburgh.
Mike, you don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Hey, Charlie.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike.
Looking to throw. Got an open man. It's Radley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Two draw Corkers. Shoot.
He'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
I got him. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Army.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. Caught. It's Wilson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Sponge. No.
General West.
Tighten up.
Sleep grip.
They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Mike 22. I got him.
Mike 20.
Second and 15. Flushed out right. And it's caught. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still third and goal that they face now.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Browns on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is third and goal. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense so far on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're looking at a third and goal here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this. Mike's 22, Mike's 22. Rip right, rip right.
Hey, orbit. Now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's Brown. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A gain of 39 that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Alpha.
53 to Mike.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Let's go now. Check 53. I'm here all day.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
Singing too.
Oh, she's at least
she's on like the 5th tune at this point.
she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Let's go now.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
2nd and long. It stays up. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
53's Mike. Check 50.
Hustle, hustle. Fight.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Hey, watch the slant. Check that, check that.
Chopper, chopper.
52.
They'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Set, hut, Mike, with the flag. 3's the Mike. Bandit. Bandit. Chef. 80 weapon. He's checking, son. Crash. Delta. Ready, go.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. This will be caught inside the 10.
Come on now, let's go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.